Actually, no, it's not the right brand. It's not the proper branding. It's still the wrong one because it say BIPC instead of BIPL. So, bam. A tiny bit smaller. Uh, or there you go. Still too big. Another tiny. Uh, Perfect. Right. And we are live. I already missed like the first part of the first round, but it's fine. Everything is fine. Liffey looks like it's going to be the first one with the first mistake, but Cozzer makes a mistake as well, and they're both in the back. So let's move in the front with Whizzy and Jaffa fighting more or less, because now Whizzy has a 0.2 advantage over Jaffa. Let's see how the pool will go. Whizzy gets a weird slowdown from the pool, allowing Jaffa to go into the first position. And now Jaffa only has one drift to go. Looks like they make it. One jump to go. Should be easy for them. Yeah. First round goes to Jaffa. With a 1-0-0 time. Nothing really impressive. Looks like our players are still warming up. Yeah, unfortunately Liffey with the last place there. I actually expect Liffey to perform fairly well. They are very consistent. So, a mistake out of character. Let's see how the next rounds will go. Let's spectate Cozzer, the fans' favorite, who drops the gear in the first drift. You don't want to do that. You lose a bunch of exit speed. We see with, I wouldn't call it a commanding lead, but significant one. Jaffa with a mistake, which relegates them to last place. And Liffey is now second after a very good sausage drift. Everyone makes it safe on the water section this time around. Whizzy with a very wonky line though, crashes. And now, like for the lead, it's Liffey against Cozzer. Cozzer with a more inside line. I think they're going to snipe it. And they do by 17 milliseconds. GR. GR indeed. Third round on Bottle of Water. No mistakes in the first section. I correct myself. One mistake in the first section. Jaffa decides to flip out of the graphs block, which means they are now at a big disadvantage. But Liffey and Cozzer join Jaffa into the disadvantage, and now Jaffa is again in second place. Basically, Whizzy has this round for free. They just need to make it to the end. I think Whizzy is a player with a very good like awareness of the match around him. So they'll probably check hard a couple of times, realize there's no need to risk anything, and they'll drive like a safe, but still very fast 59.3. Yeah. I think that even without the crashes, like not that many people were going to challenge this. This starts to get the good time like territory. Last round for the first iteration of Bottle of Water. Let's hope to see something a bit closer than last round. This time around, I can actually say that everyone is making the start. Jaffa and Whizzy in the front, Cozzer and Liffey slightly behind. But not out of contention. Like, there are a lot of places where you can make mistakes. Looks like Whizzy actually opts for like a slight jump line on that drift. And they actually touched the outside dirt there, meaning that they will have no exit speed. And Jaffa is in the front. They just need to make one more drift and one more jump, and it's a round win for them. So let's have a quick look at the scoreboard now. And it's actually sort of close. Like, Jaffa will be in the lead at the end of the first track, and Whizzy and Cozzer will be separated only by 3 points, around the 80-point mark. And the only player which is a bit farther behind is going to be Liffey, who unfortunately got a few 4th places. Looks like their consistency into the seeding is not translating into match times. But I hope to see a different situation for this track, which is a bit more standard, possibly like a bit more suitable for consistent players like Liffey is. So let's hope for a good stint. This is actually looking like a very good warm-up round for Cozzer. I think Cozzer is been like playing seeding not at the best condition in terms of warm-up. And they definitely performed well, but they could have performed better. And now, maybe it's time for them to cook sometimes. Like 57-0, that was good. A nice time. I mean, I see my PB now, and it's 56.9, and that's not too fast. So, like, you can do better. Yeah, for a round time, that's not too bad. And we are about to start. Let's go. Haha. Obviously, the caster curse immediately like goes into effect, and Cozzer makes the widest start possible, losing like 0.1 for free almost. But they are gaining it back, and we saw Whizzy make a mistake. Very out of character for them. So they may not have like the most amount of practice maybe on the map pack. Maybe they didn't really have time. There are so many competitions going on in the last few months that's not too surprising, to be fair. Ooh, Cozzer lost the gear very early. They won't have any speed here. So Liffey with a... Never mind, I didn't say anything about Liffey. You definitely did not see Liffey's car crash at the very back of the screen. But they still managed to catch the 3rd place. I cannot even, like, complete the sentences. Like... It's like the... I'm not in sync with the script. Like, the script I have here, like, said that Cozzer will crash, like, the first turn, and instead was Whizzy. I don't know. Like, production for BIPL is failing me. Like, they're giving me the script for week 2, apparently. I don't know. But yeah, looks like we have another mistake from Whizzy. They are 0.8 back. So, unless someone makes a mistake in the front, they will probably be relegated to 4th place. Everyone makes safe. I'm going to shut up. Good Cozzer, car go Burr. Good Liffey, car go second. But yeah, Jaffa with the bad mistake out of the dirt. Those like poolside transitions are always hard to deal with. And unfortunately get the 4th place because of that. The scoreboard is very weird because we now have Whizzy in 3rd place. So, like, I don't think that's the way it's going to end. So I expect Whizzy to catch back up in the next few rounds. Although that... And when I say the next few rounds, I mean from the next round. Because this round is still like the current round, so it's not part of the next rounds. Like the word next in English like implies like future, but we are in the present, and we were in the past when that happened, so it was definitely not next. It's not next. It's, yeah. So yeah, actually a close round. Bit of a gear down from Cozzer. They'll probably not be making any progress. Liffey tries to risk the last drift, but that's useless because Jaffa matches their speed, meaning that Jaffa will win the round, Liffey will get second, and Whizzy, with that minus 10 points, is now almost tied in points with Liffey. Wow. Did you get the script from the production team as well, Chris Guy? Because like mine is clearly wrong. Maybe I just got like the older version. Ah, nice. I will complain to Padster and Zephyr Chris about this. Yeah, as you can see, like as predicted by this caster that like never curses people. Now like the car are moving forward, all of them. Not one in particular that I was mentioning before. Just because I want to see the end of this round happening. And yeah, Whizzy takes a round finally on this track with a good time. And yeah, looks like Babs just joined the server again. They realized like the script was completely like out of place and they are here to fix it. I'm a Liffey fan as well, Neo. Like from all possible perspectives. I didn't even speak about them. Like I only mentioned Cozzer and Whizzy basically. But yeah, we are now on the backside track. The usual minute and a half of warm-up where we see players like give me false hope. I really appreciate that the server tells you like what are the next map. It's very like, I don't know, gentle of the server. Like the robots are talking to us. They are friendly. Yeah, 30 seconds to go. Nobody driving anything too crazy in the warm-up, apparently. It's a warm-up. Anyway. And I'm getting sleepy. Yeah. Will we see an upset? Will we finally see Jaffa consolidate their lead and win all the rounds? Just like the script said. Let's go. Round 1. Looks like Cozzer is not having the best of starts, and Liffey also with a very poor speed out of the backside. Looks like it's going to be an uphill battle for them. So let's move on to the front with Jaffa and Liffey. Liffey very wide, but somehow makes it. Jaffa also did not have the best of lines. They are now about 0.5 behind of Liffey. Bearing any mistakes. This is going to be a safe round win for Liffey. Just to jump into the finish. A 54.2. That's a very respectable time. That is a time that would have challenged like surely like Jaffa in terms of pace. Nice to see, nice to see. And with that, and with another like fail from Liffey taking another fourth place, we now have Liffey and Whizzy in last place. Like, that's definitely something that you would not expect. Jaffa with the horrible first drift. They are now in the back. They are catching up in the backside because Cozzer had like a very poor lineup. And now everyone is fairly even. Jaffa somehow like gained a lot of time in that like gear drop, like very tight dirt turn. I don't really know how they did. I don't really know how to drive that turn, to be honest, so it's a mystery. Yeah, they're now in second place. Catching up, or rather trying to catch up to Whizzy, but Whizzy is in the distance. That's going to be for sure a 53. It is 53.988. And Liffey takes another second place. And it's a very good round for like the second place down. Just like separated by 54 milliseconds. And now also in terms of points, we have Liffey at 40, Whizzy at 42, and Cozzer at 44. So it's super close. Jaffa really does not have a good line there. Totally wrong. You're not supposed to hit the light pole. How can this keep happening? But yeah, Whizzy is in front, Cozzer in third, Liffey not around to remember. So let's move up to Cozzer again. Can they make the crucial pass to Jaffa? I don't think so. This is a very hard drift to fail in a sense. And so we have Whizzy with a 53.7. That's a nice time from me, and also from Cozzer, and also from Liffey. And Whizzy says thank you, because he's a very polite person. You should all know that. Last round on the track. I don't know if we're going to see this again. Probably yes, at least for like a couple of rounds. Especially for how like close the scores are. And we have like a big mistake from Liffey. Looks like this round is going to be another fourth place. They were catching up good, but then in the last two rounds, like those fourth places are always super impactful on your score. And it's very bad, it's very hard to catch back up from those. Looks like Whizzy is sailing towards another round win, possibly with another good time. And Jaffa safely into second, Cozzer following up. Yeah, it's a 0.8. Not as fast as a 0.7, because the math says so, but still a very nice time. And we are back on Bottle of Water. Boil water. I hope the real British people on the mainstreams like pronounce it in the most degenerate way possible. Like that's the only way to do it. Cool. Now let's look at the scores. Liffey in 4th place with 20 points. Cozzer in 3rd with 30 points. Whizzy in 2nd with 42, and Jaffa in 1st with 56. So, unfortunately, I do expect Liffey to be dropping in last chance on this track. I don't know if they will get eliminated. Yeah, the Italian pronunciation would be bottiglia d'acqua. The sounds are much more clean and defined there. You know, bottiglia d'acqua. Yeah, let's see how this goes. We saw a lot of mistakes, like in the first iterations. Now people are better warmed up, so possibly we'll see some better rounds. But situation is not looking the best for Liffey. You never know. Let's hope for some good rounds. And we are now starting. I'm going to spectate Liffey for a bit, just because I want to show you how nice our good focus skin is. Shout out to Leviathan for designing it. It's very nice. And yeah, for the time being, actually a close round. I don't know how Whizzy survives to that. Like, he almost had 2 wheels in the air. Yeah, clearly like weird diff there. Like he just like did some weird trick and survived. Yeah, nobody is making huge mistakes, but at the same time, Liffey does not appear to have like a strong pace to challenge it at the front. Jaffa makes a mistake in the last turn and actually opts for the safe finish, meaning that Liffey can take the 3rd place. And this is significant. Because like not taking those minus 10 points is the only way Liffey has to survive this track effectively. Now they are basically guaranteed 1 extra round. Let's see if they can do more. Ooh, Jaffa was again very close to the edge there. Fortunately they did not clip, so they're still in the front, challenging Whizzy. Liffey with the gear drop, that's going to cost. And indeed, they are now 0.3, I guess, behind, like 0.238, but like they're going to continue losing because like, especially if they touch a wall, like that's a very good way to lose speed. So I'm going to move to the front with Cozzer, see if they can catch up to Jaffa, and they can, indeed, because Jaffa makes a mistake, allowing Whizzy to have a comfortable lead. Cozzer in 2nd. I don't think the mistake from Jaffa was significant enough to allow Liffey to overtake. Whizzy with a nice time. Every time you go below the mid 59s, it's always a nice time. Not the nicest, but good enough. And now Liffey has to take the safe finish. Meaning that unless Liffey wins the round, they are last chance next round. Jaffa always pushes the start so much. Like, there doesn't seem to be like much of a gain to go that wide there. Yeah, I guess that's their line. They're comfortable with it, but it's very scary. I would never drive like that. Jaffa losing a lot of speed in the drift. That allows Cozzer to overtake. And they're now challenging Whizzy, because Whizzy made a mistake into the outside dirt. Somehow they didn't lose that much time. I don't know like how they did. Maybe they just crashed but kept the gear. Sometimes that happens in downhills. But yeah, Cozzer had like more speed going out of it, and they can now make the finish with a 59.6. Whizzy just 0.08 behind that. Good round in the chat. And Liffey goes to last chance. So now the pressure is on. They need to stay away from that last place. It's not where you want to be ever, but in particular this round. Let's see if they can do that. My eyes saw Whizzy like in the hole. Apparently the game decided that Whizzy was not in the hole. So I guess me and the game have a disagreement. It happens fairly often. Yeah. Looks like Liffey doesn't really have the pace to keep up with the rest on this track especially. They need a mistake to happen for them to survive. Jaffa doesn't have a lot of speed though. Liffey is catching up. Also the Jaffa line, not the best. But Liffey loses the gear. And this means that we'll have like terrible speed going into the last drift. Losing the gear again. And so the end is just going to be a full slow procession to the finish. And Liffey is out. Unfortunate. GG. Well played. Very good performance on the chain track. Unfortunately, the track order was not really in Liffey's favor. Seems like this one was clearly their weakest. But it is what it is. And we move on back on chain. And taking quick inspection of the scoreboard, we have Cozzer and Jaffa that are almost tied. Like Cozzer on 18 and Jaffa on 22. So very good head-to-head going on there. And Whizzy, after a first iteration where they struggled a bit, a lot of fourth places that you would not expect from Whizzy. Yeah, they are now back in form. They are comfortable again on the track. And yeah. Oh man, the script leaked to Yami as well. Oh my god. Yeah, that's what happens at the end. I'm very sorry that all you spectators like got that leak. The match was spoiled, but yeah, Whizzy will crash the next 4 rounds, and will take like finalist afterwards. That's how it goes. Okay, and we're ready to start. First round of the second iteration on chain. Here we go. Everyone fairly precise at the start. Jaffa, I was going to say with an insane first drift, but yeah, it was a matter of pixels. And they clipped, unfortunately. So this is going to be a round just for Cozzer and Whizzy. Nobody else to challenge. Molotov Cozzer? Is there something I don't know? Because like this Cozzer very much looks like a split Cozzer. And they crashed fairly badly, but I don't think that's going to be enough to allow Jaffa back. And in fact it's not. Yummy, leaking information left and right. What a guy. Alright, we go the second round. The match between Jaffa and Cozzer is even closer than before. Most of Whizzy actually accurate. But yeah, Whizzy finally like pays attention to the script. What are you doing, Cozzer? Man. I don't know. We did so many rehearsals of how the script should go. And yeah, Cozzer just decided to like throw all that work away. Yeah, Wiz is now going to fail at the end to fix it, but yeah, no. Alright, that's unfortunate though, because like the very close match we had between Jaffa and Cozzer, now it's not that close anymore. Because there's going to be a full 8 points of difference, which is very significant. It's basically a couple of rounds. Oh, nice, yummy guy. Are you going to Berlin, right? Unless you already live in Berlin, I have no idea. Rip says Jaffa crash. I guess so. Yeah, that will be very much needed to allow Cozzer back into the game. Especially because this doesn't look too good for them at the moment. They're probably going to go last chance, like, regardless. Because I don't see them win the round. Especially with the gear drop like that. But yeah. I heard that, like, when Cozzer has a red number on their car, they go 0.3 faster. Which will allow them to win every round moving forward. Let's go, Cozzer. Let's go, Cozzer. Let's go, Cozzer. But yeah, we have Cozzer in last chance, unfortunately, now. Everyone's favorite. And Jaffa with a not a huge point amount, but comfortable enough to be able to save. And as you saw, Whizzy finally acknowledges the script, allowing Cozzer to deploy the safety car. I hear Cozzer has some defective team communication. Fortunately, Jaffa like fixes the problem, so they don't need to risk anymore. Everything's fine. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. You can see the stadium in the distance. You just need to do one more. It's all good. I wasn't saying anything. Did you hear something? I didn't hear anything. Like, if you heard something, I was not speaking. Leo was speaking. The co-caster of this match. As you saw from the picture before. We have a very similar accent though. So you may get confused by that. But yeah. I'm the the yapper, the person that like just like chatters along, and he is the person that actually gives the technical information. And that comment was clearly technical because he was like describing in technical details how Cozzer was supposed to do that turn. So I blame it on Leo. Sorry. All right. Let's go back to things. We have a 1v1 left between Jaffa and Whizzy. It's not looking too great for Jaffa, but we saw before that this track is not forgiving. Everything can happen. But since I want this to be close, I'm going to switch to the follow hole calm, just because I want to see the bug side from an above perspective, because I think it can be really cool. I hope so. If it ends up being really lame, for some reason, I'm going to be very, very disappointed. Wait. It was very cool. I'm happy. So, we have Whizzy in the lead, Jaffa following. We know Jaffa is a very good dirt line, and they do again. So, still close. They need to push it. Whizzy is very good on this grass section though. Especially good when the opponent like just decides to drive off the track. Like, in those kind of scenarios, Whizzy becomes insane on grass. So looks like for this round, we're just going to see Whizzy drive it to the line. Very chill. Left, right. Another left. Hop. And a 53.8. Nice. So, Jaffa on last chance. I mean, Jaffa would have been on last chance anyway, because first place loses 4 points. So, GL moment. Pressure is on. Jaffa to do anything would need to win 3 rounds in a row, which is a lot. And still win 1 more after that to actually win. So, the odds are against them. But everything can happen, so let's see. Whizzy with the best start again. Jaffa with a decent third line once more, but yeah, they're not as good as usual, so they're trailing behind by almost 0.3. They don't seem to be catching up in any particular section, so we need a mistake from Whizzy at this point. There's literally not enough track left for any time gain from Jaffa. The mistake comes, but it is from Jaffa, and this is the GG. Well played to Whizzy. They started poorly, but like after they warmed up, nobody could like actually like challenge them. So GG.